So Quantum and the CHIPS Act, you know that is happening currently in the all over the place, as you see from the news. Quantum safe security or quantum safe cryptography, also post-quantum cryptography, is one of the important topics these days. People are worried about. If your business or whatever is worried about the attack coming from quantum computers for current security protocols that we use today, I think need to be action by you, because the point is that quantum computers will be able to break RSA 4096 and also ECC NIST P256 that we currently use. Also other, I mean, NIST standardized elliptic curve cryptographic algorithms in basically polynomial time. Also, you should be worried about also about the DNDL, download now, decrypt later, or store now or harvest now, decrypt later attack, which is already happening with state agencies having access to storage now, and hopefully quantum computers or large scale quantum computers. Examples of progress, as you could see, quantum, how to factor 20 for the 8-bit RSA integer is happening. There is a paper about that also. 256-bit ECC. A lot of activities going on. I have a table here. I would like to show you what's happening in the space of complexity of the area that ECC will be broken by a number of qubits, as you could see here. So the previous work was by RNSL, by Microsoft and others, but low W, low T, low D. Here they means, for example, low number of qubits, T is low number of Toffoli or total gates, and D is the data actually depth or actually critical path, which how you run your algorithm in a quantum computer faster. So as you could see up there, the numbers are getting down from previous one, RNSL, which is 2338, down to 2124 qubits. So, and if we look at the computation time in terms of complexity of time that you would like to break a ECC or even RSA on the bottom, it takes, with low W, it takes about actually 21 days. If you have large enough physical or actually logical quantum qubits, cryptographically relevant qubits, it's gonna take 6.57 hours to break ECC 256 bit. So which this opens, I think, worriness of people to take action, because as you could see, it's almost 6,000 times faster than the previous, if we get access to the bottom of the number of physical qubits. So post-quantum cryptography is basically about the attack under the assumption of cryptographic algorithms with large-scale quantum computers that I showed in the previous slides. NIST, by last year, July 2022, NIST announced the post-quantum cryptographic algorithms that are going to be safe against these quantum attacks. And winners of that competition basically are lattice space cryptography, which is crystal kyber and crystal dilithium, on actually structured lattice space crypto, less conservative. Also, 3 algorithms selected for digital signatures, including crystal dilithium, Falcon, and Sphinx. Sphinx is actually based on hash-based signatures. It's offering very large key size. So I'll get to that after that. And there are some also candidates that are supposed to be also standardized end of this year or next year in the round 4 based on code-based algorithms. So NIST wanted to have some sort of alternative algorithms based on different hard mathematical problems. So lattice-based problems and also code-based cryptography, and also NIST started calling for next round of digital signatures based on different problems, non-code and non basically lattices. So NSA jumped also after NIST made a standardization, but you know that NSA was already involved since 2015 on the PQ Crypto conference that they mentioned that we need to act now, if you remember, in PQ Crypto conference in Japan. So NSA says basically turn off whatever you have as your classical crypto algorithms and turn on lattice-based crypto. And the only two algorithms that NSA is recommending are based on, as you could see here, I have the NSA, CNSA, Commercial National Security Algorithms Suite 2.0, only Crystal Kyber and Crystal Dilithium. NIST, NSA doesn't like code-based cryptography, hash-based or whatever. As well as two other algorithms that they mentioned that they would like to to people adapt them for firmware updates. For example, XMSS and LMS. They are actually stateful hash-based algorithms, in contrast of Sphinx, which is a stateless algorithm. So if we look at a little bit of sizes of these algorithms that people are going to deploy, because even if you are using kind of QKD for key exchange of your whatever network security or protocols, you no matter what, you need digital signatures there to do the authentication, and then you do key exchange. So looking into the sizes, as you could see here on the bottom, comparing RSA ECC, RSA is 256 actually is RSA 2048, 256 bytes, ECC is 32 bytes that we currently use. And if you look at the Kyber, well, actually NSA is recommending level 5 security of Kyber and the lithium. So you need to look at the purple, which is, I mean, dark purple one at the end, 3,168 bytes actually. So comparison of the sizes is a lot. Also, if you look at the public key size and also ciphertext size, they are definitely going to add cost into the network. If we look at the signatures, digital signatures, that no matter you will definitely use it for authentication of PQC classical crypto based, or also for QKD based kind of applications. If you look at the signature size, we compare here a couple of algorithms that are Falcon, Sphinx, which is hash-based signature, and the others that are on the very low side, as you could see, classical ECC. So as you could see, Sphinx is the most expensive one in terms of the size. The signature size is very high. If you're talking about level 5 security, it will be very costly. And these are going to add a lot of computational as well as communication cost into the network. So implementing crypto PQC algorithms into the network basically is going to be in various modes, probably hybrid and composite. As I mentioned, what NSA is recommending, they say we don't want to add extra complexity into the network. We would like to get rid of the ECC, possibly RSA as well, and then we just turn on the classical algorithm, I mean PQC algorithms. But NIST also recommended we have to do some sort of assurance, or giving you some confidence that if one algorithm gets broken, there are various techniques. They're adding their own complexity into the network actually. So working, for example, PQC, Kyber, ECC, or the lithium with one of the current, for example, RSA or ECC. So composite model is also another model that offers using multiple post-quantum algorithms, because you know that several algorithms, including Isogeny, Cyc, multivariate algorithms left the competition later last year, and they're no longer in the competition. They got broken actually by classical laptop, right? So and that's the point, that we need to use probably or adapt various or several of those as NIST is running. So for example, you use lattice-based crypto, code-based crypto, and another hard problem, but those are the current ones that we have. So crypto agility also recommending that we have to, it's a kind of a new term, we didn't have it in the past for classical cryptography, but how you are going to upgrade your system if there are attacks from quantum or classical computers. So basically we need to still use for a couple of years is still ECC or RSA around, and then after 5 or 10 years or something, we will go pure PQC, and then we will have composite of PQC, I mean various or 2 or 3 algorithms together. So it's a key, I mean, crypto agility will be the key to managing this rapid transition into security without losing data. So many stages are here to adapt and deploy. If you have heard recently, I think there are a couple of activities going on with the using technology other than like pure math understanding, how you can attack cryptographic algorithms from physical emission, which is called side channel attacks. These are making actually choices of algorithms that you're going to adapt into your technology or solutions harder and more difficult, because in contrast to classical cryptography, developing secure PQC algorithms is a lot more costly in terms of computation as well as the communication, because it adds something about 10 times, for example, is slower, 10 times, for example, also bigger in terms of the silicon area. So starting from the performing risk assessment, exploring PQC algorithms, which is currently happening by NIST and NSA and a whole global community of PQC, studying algorithms for user applications. For example, some algorithms are perfect fit for hardware implementation. Some of them are not useful. Some of them are useful for software implementation, cloud applications, IoT. And studying actually developing them into real hardware and investigating these side channel attacks and FI fault injection attacks. These are kind of attacks that if your design is not implemented securely, which recently a paper from Sweden presented actually as real world crypto indicated that you can use side channel attack to attack any PQC algorithm which is not implemented efficiently or actually securely. So a lot of activities going on here, and that's not a single single problem to solve. A lot of stuff needs to be done to address the cost. As you could see here, making the post-quantum crypto algorithm secure is adding a lot of complexity, as you could see here. For example, on the purple or the pink one that you could see there is adding like a side channel attack countermeasures in hardware or even software for some PQC algorithms. So NIST, ETSI, IETF, ISO, NSA endorsing is standardization is happening. A lot of activities going on. Few companies are doing real hardware IPs. As you know, every single IoT, actually the CHIPS Act of the US says every single IoT, if you wants to send the data, it should be authenticated. That authentication first should be quantum safe. Second, CHIPS Act requires every IoT or any devices that they're doing like developing like chips for any application, automotive, healthcare or whatever, that IP should be also considering cryptograph, post-quantum crypto engine there in hardware. And the reason is that in software we are unable, it's very hard to do masking kind of techniques to get the side channel attack resistant software implementation. That's also very interesting and important area. So in terms of the market, I have some market data for folks that are interested in terms of investing or looking around what's happening. US government is investing a lot in, DARPA has a program called Chariot. Ops 5G, they're pushing into the PQC algorithms. The NSF and many other organizations are supporting activities that are going on by NIST. And as you could see here, first movers are basically going from the DoD intelligence agency and others, basically financial institutions. Of course, your credit card that you're using definitely got to be authentication should be done in quantum safe. So you're not going to use QKD or QRNG there. Definitely it should be something like PQC. So and telecommunication and as discussed, embedded and healthcare are the next that are going to be addressed, because as you know, very recently NIH mandated every health medical devices that are doing communications, they should be secure, and that security also needs to be followed by following the NIST guidelines for security, and then PQC is gonna be there as well. So in summary, I would like to mention that PQC algorithms are already emerging. You know that couple of, as mentioned, couple of months ago, some algorithms got broken. Some algorithms parameteral changes are needed for secure implementations. Yeah, and some algorithms actually require a lot of cost in terms of implementing and deploying and integration into various applications. So no straightforward plug and play. That's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take probably a decade or something if you'd like to identify chips or whatever that you're using for authentication engine in your embedded world that everybody is using today. So definitely, if we would like to perform implementations and also have them done efficiently and securely, we need to pay penalty. Penalty is coming with the cost of computation as well as the silicon. So highly assured implementations are I think, a little bit interesting topic recently happening. I think people need to take action, also understanding these techniques. As you know, none in the past that we had, like every like embedded devices that we use, even phones or IoTs, smart home, house, whatever, campus, they're using some ARM technology. ARM chips are there basically, and ARM chips used to come with crypto crypto engine libraries without any side channel attack resistance. So, but that's changing. That was old. That's people that are updating and upgrading to PQC. They need to address that as well. So, thank you very much, everybody. I have a couple of minutes left here. I would like to take if there is any question.
Question over here.
Yes. Yeah, definitely. Assuming that your browser is using something like, you know, you use apps or something in your phone, and then you'd like to do like a secure connection with your bank. That's definitely you got to use PQC. QKD has its own applications. Basically, I think a lot of experts are here to between like a big agencies, or for example between continents or something like that, that could happen. It's not something that you have a QKD running in your phone and then you do the browser. QRNG on the other side is important technique, although NIST is recommending, hey, we can do same TRNG or pseudo or PRNG for applications that you'd like to do random number generation. So they're same, we're not that much worried about that. But QKD, I think at the scale of the financial stuff, credit cards, smart cards, everything, you definitely need to do PQC rather than QKD. Yeah. You're welcome. Any other questions? Yes. Okay, definitely. I think PQC is more mature because it's already standardized. NIST recommended for standardization, NSA endorsed, and also a lot of European countries also not concluded, but already made their recommendations for standardization of PQC. So QKD is not standardized yet. People are still studying it, except US. US is not that much interested on QKD. Europe is pushing. China, you may know that China already concluded, deployed, and developed their own PQC algorithms as well. So I would say PQC quickly will take into the devices, because any device that you currently do classical crypto, you need to plug out and plug in your PQC algorithm. That's software application, cloud applications that are agile. You can make changes quickly. Definitely will be faster than QKD to be deployed. Yeah. Definitely hybrid setup in terms of QKD. QKD, no matter what QKD, needs to use actually digital signatures in classical crypto. I mean PQC. QKD is not offering you authentication. QKD is just doing key sharing, right? So no matter what is there, you gotta use one of those algorithms, Crystal, Dilithium, Falcon, Sphinx, or whatever, for authentication. So there will be some sort of hybrid for those applications. Okay, that's one thing. The other thing is that QKD is secure enough in terms of the key distribution. So there is no, I think, interest in having PQC, key exchange, with QKD. So that's, I think, extra is adding extra layer of unnecessarily complexity there. Okay. Great question. No, thank you. Any other questions? Yes, yes. Could you be specific? I think that's basically we have actually deployed these into TLS 1.2, TLS 1.3. I mean, all financial institutions are using TLS basically for secure communications, and that's even Wolf SSL, or if you, that kind of application that you're talking. So PQC is already developed and deployed in small or whatever devices going to talking to the cloud. So that's it's not adding that much problem in terms of the communication overhead. We looked at actually from the perspective of even having a network to be faster or slower. But obviously, it's going to add complexity in terms of the communication cost, because key sizes are a lot, signature sizes are a lot larger than classical crypto. So computational wise that we are talking, post-quantum crypto is faster than classical crypto. So that's what Lattice Kyber, for example, is faster than ECC, no matter what. That's running faster. Well, for some applications that you need to add like side channel resistance and other fault injection, or implement them very efficiently, of course you lose penalty. But networks are becoming also faster and faster. You know, it's something that you can pay by time to make your network faster, or also your device could get more silicon to do the computations. You know, that's something that is doable. It's not off the hand. Yes. Sure, go ahead. Which one? SIM cards, you mean? You okay. So basically, cards are communicating over some sort of NFC, near field communication protocols, or whatever. They all offering that. That's I do not see any problem in terms of the it not happening. It could be slow. If you're, for example, a lot of signatures, for example, are coming for authentication. For example, I give another example, probably might be better for understanding the public too. Autonomous cars, if every single car is supposed to do 2000 signature authentication per second, that might be a little bit challenging if you are going to look at the lithium, or even if you're doing the car-to-car communications based on the Sphinx. They're not going to fly there. There is one candidate there, Falcon, is offering that. That's faster. So that's also a smaller signature size. Signature size is 500 bytes comparison to the lithium, which is 2 kilobytes. You know, that's there are some stuff that happening. You're right, definitely. But NIST is also is calling for another round of submission of signatures. So still we do have Falcon there, but that's something that standardizations are also car to X communication standardization are pushing their own, I mean, basically standards, not making them. I hope that answers.